Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Angry Cast. This is the end of the year state of the channel address. From time to time, I do take a moment to reflect on a few things. One, where we have been as a channel in a certain amount of time, where we're at right now, and where we're going to be going in the months ahead, and especially for 2025 coming up. There's a lot to discuss, so let's get into this, shall we? And I don't know what I'm going to be playing in the background, but of course I'm going to have a video of me just doing something, playing a game, maybe multiple games, who knows. But so where were we in 2024? Well, in 2024 we kicked off the year with the halfway through playing Fallout 76. We were like on part 62 on the 2nd of January. Out of the 100 episodes that we put out of that, or I put out of that. From on there, our week looked like this. Monday was Fallout 76. Tuesday was what we call Playing Minecraft, which was me doing the Better Adventures mod pack. No commentary, just 2 days, 16 to 20 minute videos, just me playing through that, which was, cool and fun and great. Wednesdays was, Wednesdays was playing Minecraft. Tuesdays was something else. I forget what it was. Wednesdays was playing Minecraft. Thursdays was playing the replay, or the replaying of Prey with the No Needles mod. We were going for doing without having any of the needles in the game, and we did, took us 60-some episodes. We were about 43 episodes into that first week of January in 2024. And then, also we were about 12 to 20 episodes, I think, into Palea, and that was basically our week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. I pretty much put out a video every day together. I forget if Fallout Shelter was involved in any of that at that point. I know we came back to it, but yeah. So that was pretty much it. And those, and I kept to that schedule pretty faithfully. Oh yeah, and GTA Online was in there as well. I think that was my Tuesdays. So yeah, we did the paperclip, Operation Paperclip. I think at the beginning of the year, back in January. Oh gosh, I'd have to go look at them and see what the hell we were doing with that. My goodness. Oh, I remember we had done, we pretty much were done in 2022 with GTA Online, and then I decided to get back into it, and I started right around Christmas time on 2023. We did the Yeti hunt, the Snowman hunt, and then I did a couple of other things. I think the Los Santos Slasher was there, and we officially kicked off 2024 with, I did like the quick hits. I did the Ghost of Mount Gordo. Now that was the whole thing. Let's get into that a little bit. So GTA Online I've been playing since about 2016, I think, or no, maybe a little earlier than that. Bailey and I started playing it, 2016 into 2017, and we were having a lot of great fun with it. But then, of course, things happen, and we sort of move away from stuff, and we kind of got, done with the content. So then Megan kind of, my video's done. And then Megan kind of slipped into the role, and we sort of continued on from there. But about the end of 2020, May of 2022, I felt that there really wasn't much going on, with the game anymore. I couldn't do any of the heists because I wasn't playing with other people, so we kind of just let it fade away. But then I missed out on a bunch of stuff. The contract came out, the salvage yard, the auto shop came out, and a bunch of other stuff, and then the Cayo Perico heist. So I thought, I'm going to get back into it. And so that was the big thing. We got back into GTA Online in 2023, and I started out, I recorded a bunch of stuff in 2023. It didn't come out till 2024. And it was funny because I kept saying it was 2023, but it was 2024, so we kind of like covered over the 2023 and put up the 2024, but just continued that gag all the way through. And then, eventually into January, we did Operation Paperclip. When then we did the contract with Dr. Dre. That took us into March. Then there was the Cluck and Bell. All these things I was doing. I was planning to do the Cayo Perico heist, but every time I went to go do it, they drop a new DLC. So we got up to March now. That's the Cayo Perico. While we in the middle of doing that, or I'm sorry, the Clucking Bell in the middle in March, while we were doing the contract because I had recorded the contract in 2023, hadn't put it out yet. So we were just had all this content ready to go, and was going to start playing it, but I'm like, I got to get to it. So then the Acid Lab, we did the Acid Lab, came out, and then that took us through to July, and then Bottom Dollar Bounties came out, and about that time we did that set of DLC, and then I went back and did a couple things with the Los Santos Struggle. Well, that was the whole part of, the Bottom Dollar Bounties. I sort of inserted it while I was still doing the Acid Lab, so there's a couple of times where I'd have videos running side by side from two different time frames, and that was one of them. The other one being the Cluck and Bell and the contract. So we finished up that, and then there was an update to the Chop Shop where we did a couple of missions that I didn't know that was on the biker gangs. So we did that. That pushed us into July, and then September we took kind of a break between. No, I went all the way through. The Chop Shop update went through to August, and then September we finished off the Chop Shop update, and I was ready to start doing the Cayo Perico, but then we wanted to get back and do all of the cars that you could steal with the Chop Shop. So we did all that. So that took us into October, and then Pizza This came out, and then the LS tags came out, and then there was a couple other things that we started doing back there. Then that took us into Halloween, and of course the ghosts and the Halloween, the pumpkins everywhere, the jack-o'-lanterns, and the Ludendorff cemetery survival, and the Halloween, what was it, the UFO events, and that getting into the Ghostbusters outfit, and then of course I still had laying around the prop hunt for Richard's Majestic that I just finally pushed it out. So I was putting out these little itty-bitty videos that were sort of like one-offs throughout the year. And then, of course, we finished off Bottom Dollar Bounties into December, doing all of the major Most Wanted bounties. And then finally, we started on the Cayo Perico heist this month of December, which then, of course, the newest DLC for the Darnell Brothers Garment Factory dropped, and we've been sort of inserting that as we go. So, my goodness, what a ride GTA has had in 2024. I mean, every week, just content out the wazoo. I mean, it's been phenomenal. And I've been doing it all on the PS4, and I'm done with playing on the PS4 for the moment. I'm probably going to go back and do things as they add them in, just to have that, to get it into my, to have the character, because who knows how long they're going to keep it out there. I mean, I don't see any sign of them stopping, and they keep dropping up DLC. They obviously aren't. I have not seen anything on Red Dead Redemption's online stuff, and I mean, I know the GTA 6 is coming out at some point, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to be able to do anything with that because I don't have a PlayStation 6. I don't have a good enough computer to play GTA 6. However, I don't want to give you too much, but I've been kicking around the idea. I had some issues with my internet over the year, which I think we finally got solved. I think they finally figured out the strength of the cell towers around me, which doesn't make any sense to me, but anyways. But we finally got a good enough connection that I can get onto GTA Online over the PC. So I think we're going to start off, and I'm going to do something different. I'm not going to do the same thing we've already done, because, I mean, my gosh, 2024 was the year of all the DLCs and solo events. 2025, I think it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. It might be boring. I don't know how long it's going to last, but we're going to try something out with GTA. And I'm sort of crossing over what I was, where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. I'm sort of giving you a little sneak peek. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. So that was that entire thing with GTA Online. Fallout 76, I said we talked about. We were knee-deep into, 65 episodes in when we headed into January. And we continued all the way through to, 100 episodes as of September. And I liked playing Fallout 76. Again, I had some issues with a couple of things. The first of it was being the internet causing me always dropping the connection. Secondly, the cords that I have I'm using DS for Windows, which allows me to use my PlayStation 4 controller with my PC to play with the controller support. But the cords were always like falling out, or you'd hear this like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I'd always lose at the worst possible time. I'd lose connection. I went and just bought a $14 cord at Target, and that I think solved a lot of those problems. And man, it's been so great to play without having to worry about it just disconnecting, having to sit in a certain way, hold the controller in a certain way. It's been great. And sorry, my chair is squeaking. I'm going to try to sit up here. So yeah, Fallout 76, and I said we were going to kind of like come back into it with the new stuff. I'm not sure when that's going to happen. I have a couple of other ideas which we'll get to in the next couple of segments, but that's where we ended with Fallout 76 back in September What a ride that was. 60-some episodes, almost actually 101 episodes of that. What else did we do? Oh yes, there's plenty to talk about. Fallout Shelter made a resurgence in 2024, but it was because I was in that little area of trying to do experimental things with the account and with the channel. In that we had people were doing these I survived 100 days ideas, and they were trying to do these things where, like 4-hour, 5-hour videos. And the secret behind that, and I'm going to give you the secret behind that. There was this thing where somebody made a video, I think it was a Spiffing Brit. Yeah, the Spiffing Brit, where if he cracked some sort of a algorithmic code in that the people who would put their YouTube on the playlist on at night and then fall asleep, they would somehow get sucked into these videos that could be 5-8 hours long because they were asleep. They never change it, and then you get ad revenue, and it would drive traffic to your channel and would put you in the algorithm because your videos are being watched. So I decided to sort of jump on that bandwagon, but I didn't want to have to go through and do another round of Fallout Shelter, but I did figure that Fallout Shelter would be the best one to do it with. So I went through and did I survived 100 days in Fallout Shelter, the movie, as I taglined it. And it was basically a week worth of video, 5 days, 20 episodes packed into each episode. And they were running about 7 almost 7 hours to 8.5 hours long for each video. And that was a feat in of itself, trying to edit that together, because I had to go through and find all 100 episodes from the 2021 playthrough of Fallout Shelter that we did it on BlueStacks again. And that's when the 25th anniversary came out, if you remember that. So when the 25th anniversary came out, all the new content came out. Well, I went back and I played through. So I went and captured all 100 days of that, and I sliced it up into 20 episodes per video, which, like I said, it would be 7 to 8.5 hours long. And it didn't do half bad. I mean, the first episode of that, days 1 through 20, 270 views. For me, that's a lot. 129 for the second episode, 138 for the third, 86 for the fourth, and 355 views for the third episode. Now, that's a lot for this channel. Fallout Shelter has been such a blessing to me, but that was amazing. Yeah, and that's the thing, is that playthrough of Fallout Shelter 2021 went all the way to 2023. 100 episodes took us all the way into 2023 because we started late in 2021. And so I repackaged that and put it back out. So that was about July I did that. Then in also I did two runs of Minecraft, which I sort of felt like I kind of like cheated, not so much cheated, but cheated you, or just kind of like gave up on. The first one was called Playing Minecraft, which was me doing, like I said, the Better Adventures mod pack, and we started playing that back in 2023, and we ran about 38 episodes into May of 2024, and because I lost, I got killed, and I had to go back. I couldn't find my stuff, and the save got corrupted, and I was like, well, I'm just, there's never going to get this back. I can't find where everything's at. I'm not going to start over. Screw it. Let's just be done. So I kind of gave up on it. And then immediately after that, it was May of 2024, 2 months later, out came Back to Beta, which was my sad attempt at trying to actually, no, I'm sorry, June. So immediately after that, I tried to go back and do Beta 1.2. How I first cut my teeth on in Minecraft, the version. And it was great. It was fun. I got about like 9 episodes in. I was, having fun building in my old world that I had back in, 2011, 2012-ish time frame. And it was, great. We picked up a few views, but then by about episode 5, it kind of got stupid because I started building a house. I hate building a house. Everybody knows I hate building a house. So me building a house in beta Minecraft was going to be a struggle. And I actually made a way huge big house that I shouldn't have done. And it didn't really do great. And then because I was at this point where I was like, listen, I've done about as much as I can do with 1.2. Let's go to 1.3. Let's move to the next update. And it broke everything. I lost everything I had, like all the world overloaded, or I'm saying loaded over what I had already built, and my house was gone, and all my stuff was gone. So I was like, okay, fine. So I went back and we looked at the old world, the Return to Mongoland, as I called it, in that while we were waiting for something to happen, and it didn't work the way I wanted it to. So I think the last episode was called "I Thanos to My World." It was at 1.3, so we kind of gave up on that, and that was in end of July. So I kind of put the end to Minecraft for then. I had some other ideas I wanted to do. We just never got around to doing it.
I think we can do that.
So that was playing Minecraft, and the beta, back to beta. So yeah, that didn't go so well. Also, like I said, the replay of Prey, we finished that up in May of 2004. The No Needles run. That was great. And I think what else do we have going on there? Oh yeah, we had some one-offs. I did some Dream Core, picked up some more Dream Core, did a speed run that I forgot to release back, because that was funny, because in October, November of 2023 is when we got COVID, and it just kind of shifted everything into a state of I'm not doing much. And I forgot to do I had the speed run already ready to go, and I didn't do it, so I put it out there. So that was in May of 2024, and I did a couple of demos here this past couple of months. Tiny Bookshop, which I thought was pretty cute, and Block Factory. I had another one ready to go called Food Truck Empire. The game itself, once I figured out how to play it, I could understand it better, but it was very hard for me to wrap my brain around the mechanics of that game, and so it just sort of just didn't happen. I don't think that video is ever going to come out unless I get really hard up for content, and I've already uninstalled the game. It was a demo, so I wasn't really worried about it, but still, I just really didn't feel it. Wasn't feeling it. It was a hard one. Doing games that are real life jobs, the mundane. The mendacity, I guess, I don't know, of real life, which is not great. You had to really have a good hook. We'd like to say Block Factory was the other one we did, which was sort of Satisfactory, or Shapes, if you've ever heard of Shapes. Those, you have to mine a resource and then make things and then push it to the site, push it to a location with conveyor belts. It was fun, but it was very, very hard for me to try to do the completion aspect of it, so I kind of only did 2 episodes, and I was having issues with my microphone, couldn't record anything, the vocals. I didn't want to go back and re-record the audio, so I just kind of let it go. So yeah, that's where that was. Now, what else did we do? We had another indie, a couple other games that we did play. We Harvest Shadows. I did 2 episodes of that back in October for Halloween. That was damn scary and fun at the same time. I was a little bit surprised at that. It was just a demo. To have that kind of demo, that's great. I can't wait to see what the real game is going to be like if that's what the demo was. So we did that, and then a couple other indie games, and one I wasn't really thrilled with trying out, but I thought, well, I better do it. My love of Josh Knowles and Let's Game It Out, that channel. That's the reason why I played Satisfactory. I didn't want to play Satisfactory. I really didn't. And because I knew what I was getting myself into. I knew what the game was going to be like, and it was going to frustrate the hell out of me. So I didn't want to even try it. But his videos were so damn funny of him playing Satisfactory, so I got into it. And we did play Satisfactory. We did play Satisfactory until... Oh, how long did we play Satisfactory for? We started Satisfactory back in 22. We put out 40 episodes. But the last episode, after finishing off at the time, that was the Tier 4 on the Space Elevator, was in 2023. So that kind of sat down, and we did Fixmas. I did the Fixmas stuff, but then we came back to it in October because the 1.0 release came out, and I wanted to go through and do the last bit, Tier 5, or Phase 5 of the Space Elevator, and all the new milestones that came out. So I wanted to do that as well. And we did that, so October, we finished off that right up against Fixmas of 2024. So yeah, November 27th, 2024 is when the last episode came out for the post-mortem and Phase 5 completion, which was great. When that happened, but then we started into Fixmas immediately afterwards. Yeah, and I finished off a pretty decent episode today for Fixmas Week 3, which will be coming out. So yeah, I'm finishing up, and I keep wanting to go back and fix all the things I didn't fix before that I let go because I just kind of like barreled through it. But I can't do that. So we're going to end up with Fixmas and be done with Satisfactory for the moment. The other two things that we did in 2024, which were really, really fun, and I was really not really wanting to do it at first. We did we did another game that I really didn't want to do, but because of Josh, I did it. And actually, both these games were primarily because Let's Game It Out had videos on them. First one was Hydroneer. Now, Hydroneer was one of those games, again, like anything else, you dig up resources, you sort of automate things, you process improve, and you sort of try to get to a goal. And I was really not wanting to do it, but back in May, we did the tutorial, and we did just starting out, and it actually was fun. I actually got along in the game pretty cool. We got all the way to the end of the part where we did everything we needed to do. I didn't build in the ice helm. I didn't do any of that, and I didn't do the DLC because I wasn't really wanting to spend extra money on the DLC at the time because it was going to extend out through into 2025, and I just didn't have the time to do it. So we ended up with the last episode in we finished off the main quest line, which was the Boy King, and and other requests that we were getting done, and that was in August. The other game that was sort of inspired by Let's Game It Out was one we're still playing, which is Supermarket Simulator. I was very hesitant to do this game. I'm very hesitant to do these kind of like oddball indie simulator games because they seem like they're cheaply thrown together. This one was surprising. Very surprising to me. It's actually a very, very enjoyable game, and the updates that they've actually put into it since the game came out have been phenomenal. We started that back in September, and we're still playing through it. I got to get back into playing it again because I'm out of content that I had stored up, and this last update sort of rolled out some things that I really, really want to delve into. So that has been great. We're going to continue on with that one, I think, for a little while. So I think that kind of covers all of the things that we've done, where we've been in 2024. As it is right now, Mondays... Oh, yeah, of course. How could I forget? How could I forget the cozy little MMORPG that could, and that's Palia. Palia, we started that back in 2023, and it has shown no signs of letting up until about roughly, September, October timeframe of this year. Where we kind of we got to sort of the end of the main quest line that was there, and that sort of we had a little bit of a break, and then all of a sudden, strange things afoot sort of kind of ended, and some people had some misgivings about that. It was done, but it wasn't done. But I wasn't getting any more quest updates on it, so that sort of happened in September. But then we had a couple other things. The new content that we could get to us came out. All the bundles were done, but now we have this weird thing happening with this person shows up, Sabira, and we do all these things with her. And now we're sort of doing more things back. We're going back through all of the vaults and to the gardener and all that stuff. And we are finally, now we're doing the winter lights and I guess you should say the expansion for the holidays. We did that for Halloween, and now we're doing it for Christmas as well. So that's been great. We're gonna sort of kind of continue that a little bit, but it's sort of slowing down right now. So again, I think that covers everything. So we had Mondays were Fallout 76, which now I'm just throwing things in there as we can. Tuesdays is GTA still happening. Been doing Cayo Perico. Wednesdays was Minecraft, and now it is Satisfactory Fixmas. Thursday is Supermarket Simulator, and Friday is Palia. So that takes care of everything we've done up until now. And I kind of gave you everything I was doing now. I mean, we're doing the State of the Channel address. I'm still finishing up some of the DLC for GTA. I'm still finishing up Fixmas. I'm still finishing up and working on Supermarket Simulator. I've had a couple of ideas in my head, but I don't think I'm going to get to them just yet, and I don't think I'm going to start anything new, because 2025, that's the elephant in the room that we got to talk about. So let's go ahead, because it's already 20 minutes and longer into this video, and I don't want to go very, very long, but it's going to be at least a half an hour. And most of it was just us reminiscing. So where are we heading? Well, 2025, I've been saying it for years. I've been saying that I needed to scale back, I needed to cut back. You have to understand, when I was in 2017, I was unemployed because my job went away. I mean, I didn't lose my job, the job itself went away. The company I worked for was going away, and I was the latest in the round of reduction in workforce. It wasn't punitive. It was just that's way business decisions were made. So I kind of sat on my couch trying to find a job, and I had plenty of time to play some games. We were doing, I think, GTA at that time, and I was doing a couple other things, as well as the big thing was Dead Island back then. And I had time to put out 5 videos a week. And I sort of set myself up for failure at that point because I kept trying to keep to that. I kept trying to keep to that schedule of 5 videos a week. And I can't keep doing it. I'm burnt out. And that's really when you got to look at yourself and say, do I really want to continue this pace? Because you're not going to put out great content. You're not going to want to put out any content. And you're not going to put out content that you're proud of and you just want to stand behind. So, yeah, that's sort of a problem. 2024 has been a year of some changes. I've had some changes in my life that I really haven't talked about much, and I think I need to get on that and get that out there. That's going to be another separate video probably. I got to figure out how I want to put all that together. Nothing bad. I mean, it actually turned a negative into a positive in a sense with my health. But that being said, I have been working from home primarily, which, because we have, where I work, they were doing construction, and right where we were sitting, they were doing construction, so we were being pushed to remote work. So I've been working, I go in like once every other week for 1 day, but it's primarily working from home. And what that means is that I get an extra 2 hours of time a day to put towards playing games. I got 2 extra, an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening that I would be driving normally, so that I can devote to doing content. When we get back to full-time, or what we consider to be full-time in the office, I will lose those 2 hours, and I'm going to lose that time. I'm not going to be able to keep up the pace of putting out 5 videos a week. It's just not going to happen. I just don't have that kind of time, and I don't have that kind of ambition. So I think what I need to really, really do is to find a lane and stay to it for a little while. I've been trying to put together content that I know I can have in a bank and just put it out, and that's usually where I get myself into trouble. It's like I have an entire series that that Prey was a perfect example. The return to Prey and doing the No Needles run, I had all 60 episodes done. I finished playing the game and I just put them out, and I think my 5 videos a week, 2 or 3 of them were things that I had queued up for weeks. I didn't have to do anything. I just had to publish the video. So that's why it was a little easier for me to get away with doing all this while working, because only half the year we were remote. The other half we were still working as our full-time schedule in the office. That's not going to happen. Like, once we get back in, I'm not going to have that. And I've been trying to, and I just can't. The holidays are what they are. It's so hard to get things done, and I just don't have the capacity to do it. And I don't want to get run down. So I think I'm going to really, really, and I keep saying it, I never did it, I think I'm really going to scale back. We're going to continue playing a couple of the games that we're playing to a point where we can conclude them logically. Palia being one of them, and Supermarket Simulator being another one of them. I've got a bank of videos queued up, ready to go for one playthrough that I want to do. I think I might stick to that one, and I hate to do it because it's not a new game. It's like I'm playing old games. I'm playing old games, and I'm going to tell you what it is. It's Fallout New Vegas. I'm about 13 episodes done, and I want to get more in before I release it. So at some point in 2025, that's going to come out. So I had that ready to go. I had also Fallout 4, but there was the whole thing with the next-gen update, and I'm playing on GOG, and that kind of got poo-pooed because of London and all, the whole politics, all of that crap that happened. There's also, I'm going to pick up another game here that's on sale that I wanted to get. I had it on my wish list for a while that I want to do, and that's going to be sort of a little, sort of casual game in a sense, but sort of a strategic casual game, and that's called Terra Nil. You may have seen a demo on back, a couple of years ago. I was waiting for it to be released. A couple other demos that are out there right now. I had ready to go. I was going to do I was going to do Starfield because I was under the impression with what I looked at that I had the system, I had the minimum requirements to play the game, and I could, but it just lagged all out. I did like the first 2 quests, and then when you had to go travel, it just lagged out, and I just couldn't recover it. I'm like, I'll just hold off on it. I've got another game that's been queued up. I had it for free on PlayStation Plus years ago, like probably 5 or 6 years now. I've had it, and I've done maybe about 7 or 8 episodes. And that was Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, I just never got around to I mean, it's just so much involved in that it was easy for me to get into it, and then I got away from it, and then I couldn't get back into it. It was about the same time I got that about the same time as I did Last of Us back through again, and that was fun. So that's look for New Vegas to come out for sure, Terra Nil to come out for sure. That's 2 videos a week. GTA Online, like I said, we got something queued up, ready to go, and that is just me. I'm gonna do the life of Bob, the origins of Bob, and it's the younger version of Bob. If you remember Bob from GTA Online when we first started playing, Bob, and from him and Charlotte in the post-apocalypse for 7 Days to Die. That character. This is Bob. He's just newly. This is when he first shows up in San Andreas, and he's legit. He's not a criminal. He's a straight and narrow, and we're going to play and see how far I can get without actually breaking the law, and how much money I can make without breaking the law. It's going to be, and I think it's going to be boring, but we'll see how that goes. So that's the 3 things I've got so far in the queued up. And like I said, we've got Supermarket Simulator going on as well, but I think I'm going to have some things ready. I'm not going to start introducing more videos into the mix each week. I think I'm going to give it to 3 at the most. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Maybe 2, then Tuesday, Thursdays, to sort of keep me a little bit on an even schedule. And there's another game I want to also get involved in, and I think, like I said, I might record it, keep it around for a while, and then put it out. Although they keep putting out new content for it, so I'm afraid that if I do that, like the problem I had with Supermarket Simulator was I recorded a bunch of content and released it, and I still had that content, and I missed the updates because I still was putting out older videos. So the stuff that you're seeing in that was maybe weeks after the update came out. So the same thing is with this other game. It's called Space Trash Navigator that came out. I haven't started playing it yet. I've been doing some playtesting. I haven't recorded anything yet for it. So I'm hoping that I can sort of like stay ahead of the curve and not be behind the updates when I start pushing out videos. So that might be one of those ones I do on the fly. Paleo was always that one I like. It's like when I took lessons in high school for drums, I would practice a half an hour before my lesson. I might play a half an hour before I have to publish a video, like I did with Paleo, which is probably why I don't get anything done at Paleo. But the Supermarket Simulator, I had a big, huge, 11 weeks, and I blew it all, not playing the game because I was doing other things. So I think out of those 5, I think Supermarket Simulator, Space Trash Navigator, or Scavenger, I'm sorry, Space Trash Scavenger, Terra Nil, Supermarket Simulator, Supermarket Simulator, Terra Nil, Space Trash Scavenger, Palea, and New Vegas. Those are my 5 video series that I'm going to introduce in the early part Q1, first 3 months, I guess, hopefully, of 2025. Will I go back to Fallout 76? I don't know. It might be on a occasional basis. If I find myself compelled to do so, I will pick back up with Fallout 76 or Minecraft. Minecraft's going to be probably another mod pack that I'm really looking forward to trying out, but it's going to take me a while to get it picked up. The other thing, and this is where I'm going to have a kind of a problem, is I want to do sort of like a semi regular video. And here's the other problem: is the one thing I didn't get to. I didn't say this during the first half of the video, which was that we were playing No Man's Sky a lot, and it was because I was doing all the expeditions. The Adrift expedition came out, and we did that one, and then another expedition came out, and we did that one, the Aquarius update and the Cursed update, and then the Worlds Part 1 update happened, so I was really doing that, and it was on sale, and I bought it for PC, so we started doing the expeditions on PC, and we just did the last one, the Omega update. We got the Starborn Phoenix did that, and they usually do like a week at a time. And the last one they did was a redux of the Adrift one, so I didn't record it because I already did it this year. But I had this thought of going back and playing No Man's Sky on my own terms, and I had been trying to figure a way to get this kicked off in a logical fashion. I was going to start off the beginning and just play through, but I thought, no, we've done that, and that's boring, and I hate all of the lead up to where I know I want to be, because it's like once you know what you can do in that game, getting to that point of being able to have the chains taken off you and freedom to do stuff is such a slog. All of the base building missions for the scientist and the exocraft and all those things, the farmer, all that stuff is a pain in the ass. The entire Atlas and all of the Artemis path and all this stuff is such a long, arduous journey. And then I was supposed to do this like a slow burn and start out small and just work my way up and find that natural rhythm of teeing up towards where I can have millions of dollars and be rich. But then of course all of the expeditions happen, and I want to keep that stuff, so I kept it in the save and went off and played the expedition, come back, and then like, oh, I went from having 6,000 units to millions of units and all these nanites and all this stuff, and I'm like, well, yeah. So I'm gonna I think I had recorded some stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna release it. I might release it one, or I might release all. I don't know. But me playing, starting off and saying it's called New Beginnings, we're sort of like gonna do this in sort of a Zen way. But I think I'm going to do is I have a logical stopping point. I'm going to go through and just finish off all of the quests and all of the missions, get them out of the way so that we can just continue on from that point. Because I really touched a nerve with a bunch of people because I said the game was broken when I talked about the dupe glitch with the refiners. And I sort of meant it tongue-in-cheek in a way. But it does break the game, because if you don't have the wherewithal to not rely on that or fall back on it because it's there. Like if you have the ability to go into creative mode, you're going to go into creative mode for whatever reason. And as a content producer, content creator, it's so hard to meet a deadline that you sometimes say, well, I'll just do it this one time. And you go and you dupe up, and then next thing you know, I'm duping everything. So yeah, like the Adrift, full disclosure, I did the Adrift Redux, and like I said, I didn't record it. I did the Adrift Redux, and I was like, I've already done this. I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do the glitch. I'm going to do the dupe glitch to get through it, to get through it fast, because I want to get done with and get on to the next thing. So I did dupe during the Adrift, and like I brought back whatever I could, but it was just stuff that was more quest-driven, milestone-driven, not, I'm going to bring back all this cadmium, So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. But I think I said I want to get to the point where I can get in a logical place to have the freedom to do stuff, and then just enjoy the game, do the things I didn't get to do, build a nice base finally, do all the farming, have a nice big farms, and have the ability to be all that money, do some fishing, do all that kind of cool stuff, but not be tethered to all of the quests and all of the monotonous stuff that I love the game. I do love the game. It's just once you've gotten to a certain point, looking back is so hard to start all over again. So, all right, I think I've wasted enough of your time. I don't know what we're gonna, like I said, I don't know what's gonna be going on in the background, but we'll figure it out. But for now, I want to thank you all for enjoying the ride. We are up over 1,051. It toggles between 51 and 54 of subscribers. And that, to me, is a beautiful thing. I mean, I still can't monetize the channel because I don't have enough views. I'm about 3,800 out of 4,000 view hours in the course of a year. And that was another reason why I put out that Fallout Shelter 100 Days video, to sort of boost that up, because I figure if people are watching that 8 hours like in the background, that's cool. That'll get me there. So, no. And like the AI stuff we did, that was a couple years ago. But I didn't do it on this channel. I kind of like made some stuff separately to test it out and see if it would work, but it didn't. So neither here nor there. So all right, that's it. I want to thank you again for 2024. What a great year we had. And hopefully 2025, I'm a little bit recharged and a little bit more focused and able to bring you content that is great. So we'll see you then. Have a wonderful Christmas and New Year's. Happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and whatever you celebrate. If you celebrate, enjoy the time with yourself, or your family, your friends, loved ones, animals, just relax and regroup and take some time out for yourself. And as I always say, take care of each other, take care of yourselves, take care of the planet. We'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.